In 1981, I experienced the first of a series of mystical awakenings that would profoundly and radically alter the course of my life. The first awakening involved a deep and lasting opening into love and the truth of life. During this time, I encountered the living presence of God. To my amazement, I did discover that God was completely without judgment. God was an allowing God who filled my whole being with an overwhelming sense of unconditional love and acceptance. The second awakening, which occurred about 3 years later, was an awakening into Christ consciousness and the eternal realm of the gods. During this awakening, the truth about God was revealed. In January 1991, I experienced the third awakening, which was a full awakening into God consciousness. I was taken on a journey through my mystery of existence. I became the rocks and trees and the birds and the sky. I journeyed through time from the beginning to the end, and from the end to the beginning. It was profoundly mysterious and not an easy journey to undertake, as it involved entry into other realms and dimensions of existence. There have been 3 more awakenings silence then. The fourth involved revelations about the nature of love and what it means to live lovingly in the world. The fifth awakening occurred in New York during the summer of 1994 and was an integration of all the other awakenings. It was as though everything fell into place and was somehow integrated within me in the simplest possible way. Sacred geometrical forms were revealed which provided me with the maps of human and God consciousness that would later prove invaluable in my teachings and the foundation of my message. After the fifth awakening, I was sure that it was over and that my journey was complete. I did not expect anything more. And then, without warning, the sixth awakening occurred in May of 1997. What took place during this awakening was beyond anything I could have anticipated. Each of the earlier awakenings were but preparation for the sixth awakening. It is not just appropriate to speak about this awakening. I must allow some for it to settle and for integration to occur within me. I have written 2 books. The first is Words from Silence. It contains much of the wisdom revealed to me during the first awakening. Embracing the Present is the second book. It follows on from the first and contains detailed guidance on how to awaken fully into the present moment and how to remain awake in the active of daily life. I am in the process of completing a third book, Bridging Heaven and Earth, which will complete the series. It is a profoundly mystical work and contains much of what was revealed in me during the second and third awakenings, including the truth about Jesus. It also contains insights from the fourth, fifth, and sixth awakenings. When I first published Words from Silence in 1991, I was cautious and a little afraid of sharing the message contained within these pages. I was afraid of drawing attention to myself, and I did not want to offend anyone. However, I am much stronger now. I have been through an amazing process of deepening into the truth and integrating the power and presence of God within me. I now share these books with you openly and with all my love. I trust that they will find their way into the hands of those who are meant to read them. In this regard, I am totally surrendered to the will of God. The best way to read this book is to read through it once completely and then from time to time open the pages of random. The words in this book are powerful. They can inspire you towards your own awakening, or they can act as a guide for those already on the path. Since some of the words need to be meditated upon, they are like cones. The meaning is not always obvious. Some of the words will provoke you and upset you. What you get from this book will depend to a large degree on your willingness to be open and allow some of your most cherished beliefs to be challenged. The word is at a crucial stage. The opportunity exists now for man and women to evolve in consciousness. It is as if God has extended to each of us an invitation to participate in a great awakening. This book is a part of that invitation.